Okay, here is a super common question that I get. I get a question where if you set up an LLC for your business and somebody sues you and sues your LLC, they sue you because you're the owner, then are you really getting the protection that the LLC is supposed to provide? So, short answer is yes. So, the law says that if you're operating as a limited liability company and you do work for someone and they're not happy with that work and they sue your company for breach of contract, but they also sue you individually, well, the law says they can't do that. The law says that unless you engage in fraud, unless you engage in some sort of criminal activity, or the third exception is somehow you signed or obligated yourself individually rather than obligating your company to do something. Those are the only three exceptions. If you didn't do one of those three things, then what's going to happen is your attorney is going to file a motion asking to have you individually dismissed from the lawsuit. They're going to say, listen, the law says in Ohio you can only sue the LLC, you can't sue the individual unless they meet one of these three exceptions, and most of the time you won't. Of course, if you do engage in fraud, if you do engage in criminal activity, and if you do sign individually on behalf of yourself that you're obligating yourself to do something, kind of like a personal guarantee, rather than signing on behalf of your LLC, yeah, you're probably stuck in the lawsuit. But if your attorney is going to file that motion saying you didn't do one of those three things, and typically the court's going to grant it. They're going to say, look, sorry, third party who's suing this LLC, but you really don't have any grounds to sue the owner individually, and they're going to dismiss you individually from the lawsuit. So it takes a little bit of time, does cost some attorney fees, depending upon where you are. Maybe there's a request you can make to the court asking for those attorney fees to be reimbursed. Kind of depends on how egregious the other side is. But yeah, that's it. So again, the law does protect you as the owner, as long as you don't, like I said, step in one of those three exceptions. But typically it doesn't stop you from being sued, but it does typically stop you from being involved personally in the lawsuit as a defendant, which is, all things considered, the next best thing. All right, good luck.